Hi Alina, how are you today?
Hey, quite well, and thanks for having me here.
You're welcome. So you just released a new album, and we have some questions on this one. And yeah, so are you ready to talk a bit?
Feel free.
That's nice to hear. So you're better known as a bassist in several musical projects, and this seems like to be the very first time you play guitar on a record.
Technically, yes, yeah.
Yeah. So would you like to tell a bit more about what you have done before?
Okay. Well, basically, I started out making music about 15 years ago, and as a bassist, but I came from a rural place, and there weren't many musicians around. The bands that existed, they had their people. It was next to impossible finding projects, so I joined an orchestra on electric bass, played classical music there. Then I came here and found the first bands to join, and have been playing ever since. I did play electric guitar once in a project, but that was 10 years ago. It was also rhythm guitar. But now I'm starting a solo project and see where it takes me.
Psychedelic Coffee is the first release that you put out under your personal artist name. Do you see your solo project as some further progress in your musical work? Or is it more like any other project, just some new ideas? So how new, how exciting is this one?
Oh, it's really exciting. It's complicated as well, because the thing is, with a band, you're always part of a group. It's nice, it's awesome, but in a solo project, you're responsible for everything. You gotta do everything by yourself: the coordination, the planning, writing the stuff, performing it, arranging it. Hopefully, it will be progress. Yeah, sure, but it's a challenge, definitely. It's exciting, but it's also a challenge.
You just mentioned that you like to be, that you did most of everything on your own, and this is actually interesting because in a live situation you are mostly accompanied by other musicians. So how was it with the studio recording of the album? Is it all Dalsegno, or is it with much support by other people? Because you just said like,
Yeah, I had lots of support from awesome musicians. My producer, Chris Norman Guist, helped a lot with the coordination, with the planning. I did the arrangements by myself. I played rhythm guitar by myself. I did the bass, the vocals, some percussion. But I had some really nice studio musicians on board. It was a great jazz pianist from Poland. His name is Mikołaj Suchanek. He did lots of things on one of the songs, and he played awesome organ on it, piano, some drums as well. It was really nice. The solos, the guitar solos, were played by Tom Schillings. You might all know him from the band Berkeschrei. And there was two drummers there present for the recording of the drums. It was Tristan Assmann and George Kush. And I was really happy to have these guys on board. It was awesome working with them, and hopefully there will be more soon.
so it's all teamwork.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah. Coming back to the instrument question on the first hand, is it time to give up the bass guitar now?
Nah, I always will be a bassist. And the thing is, when I started out, there was no other way. I played shows solo, and so I had to play guitar to accompany myself. I didn't have a band. But now that I'm trying to build a band for the project, I don't need to play guitar anymore, so I can go back to bass and singing. So I'll be a bassist, definitely.
So this is actually the plan, the progress, to
Yeah.
step up to a band and have your personal project with multiple people.
Yeah, yeah.
That's interesting. Um, so what's the best way to get the hands on the new album? Is it a physical release?
It will be, yes. It's available as a physical copy, as you can see here. It's distributed by Time Zone Records, and you can listen to it online on Spotify and Apple Music. It will be on YouTube, and we're planning for a music video for one of the songs as well. It will be released on YouTube too.
Any time span? Expected. I mean, we are in times of Corona, so you never know.
Yeah, that's true, but Actually, the filming is already completed. It
Oh.
just needs to be edited. So, yeah, possibly in a few weeks. But I will definitely put it out on Instagram and Facebook. It will be announced.
And we're pretty sure we put some links down under this video.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Listening through the album, you have the idea of time traveling back some decades. So I wondered, so actually the 60s and the times of flower power, is that on purpose?
Well, yeah, I mean that was my aim with the record, because the 60s is the time that inspired me to start making music by myself. I listened to Creedence Clearwater Revival, an awesome American band from that time. I love the singer-songwriting of Bob Dylan, and I always wanted to go in the same direction and putting some of these psychedelic vibes into my own music, and hopefully it succeeded somehow. Yeah.
So, speaking about songwriting, the lyrics, which is the more important part? Is it more like the mood transported by the music or the content in the lyrics?
Well, ideally, it's kind of both that interact with each other and kind of support each other. That's it would be nice if it succeeded, and if I can make the people feel.
But you're also active as a visual artist, and, which can also be seen on social media. And you also took part in the recent arts exhibition, Art in Freiberg. So is painting something that complements the music, or is it a totally different field which has some different artistic expressions?
Well, I would say it complements it. I mean, to me, painting is more of a thing that I do to relax. But as you see in vintage album covers, the art goes hand in hand with the tunes, and this is also the kind of thing I want to do. I even started painting pictures complementing the songs on the album that I'll release in some time. But mostly it's for relaxing purposes. I wouldn't say I'm a good artist. It's more like a chill kind of thing.
Yeah, that's always difficult to honor yourself as an artist, I guess.
I suppose so, yeah.
So we already spoke about this band thing in the Alina Dalsegno project. What are the further plans? What can we expect?
Well, it's well, everyone knows it's hard times nowadays, but hopefully things will take a turn for the better. What I can do, I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get a band together, practice together, get ready for live shows that hopefully will start sometime, and hopefully in summer there'll be possibilities like the Fête de la Musique in Chemnitz, or yeah, who knows? I mean, there are always possibilities, but I want to work on 2 EPs in the future. One of them will be in collaboration with Mikołaj Suchanek again, and another one will be in collaboration with a studio in Chemnitz, together with a guy named Wende of the band Bad Advice. And hopefully it will be interesting projects coming up.
Will you progress the style, or will there be big changes, new routes in the Alina Dalsegno project for the film?
Well, we'll see. I
Yes.
mean, working with a jazz pianist, probably it will go into a more jazzy direction, but which isn't exclusive to singer-songwriter stuff. So I think it's going to be interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, hope so. Yeah, so far, thanks that you've been here. Yeah, I wish you all the best for the further projects, and
Thank
I'm
you.
really excited to hear the new things coming up, and especially the jazzy part, which is something that I personally miss here a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck with that, and thanks that you've come.
Thank you so much.
Have a nice day.